tell you why I'm getting what I need at Harbor Freight later, and probably how come I need it. Never know about folks. Guys, welcome back to the channel. Just out for a ride today. Got to head to Harbor Freight to pick up a wrench and probably show you guys why I need the wrench. But it is a little brisk out here. The bike's only showing 52 degrees out, but the wind's a little chilly. Wanted to get out and get a couple of miles in because it is supposed to start raining tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening. It's going to rain for 4 days, but the upside to that is it's going to rain through Thursday. The extended forecast on my weather app shows that next Friday and Saturday are going to be sunny. Friday, I believe the high was about 69 or 70 maybe. The high for next Saturday is showing 76. So the good thing about that is next Saturday, which see, I may be getting my days mixed up. I was thinking next Saturday was going to be the bike night, but I may have my days mixed up. I'll have to look at that. But also doing a little audio test today. I rearranged my mic setup. I don't know if it's going to work or not. I have my visor completely closed right now, but I did a little test yesterday. I rode without the inline volume control. Didn't work. Even though on my camera I have the decibel setting as low as it'll go, which is a negative 12 decibels, I still had a lot of clipping and stuff in the audio, so I can't be doing that. So I put the inline volume control back on, but I watched the video, an older video from Blockhead about his audio setup. So right now I have moved my mic back to, I had it close to the corner of my mouth. I had a dead cat on it to try to eliminate any wind noise when I have my visor cracked. I took the dead cat off, got it in my pocket in case I need to put it back on. But I moved the mic and repositioned it to where the mic is just outside the cheek pad, so it's barely extended out from under the cheek pad. That's the way he has his set up, so I was going to try that and see how it does. May end up going back to the way I had it before, but I'm going to check it, see how it does. We're just riding some backcountry roads right now. This is a road they recently repaved, and man, did it need it. But this road's going to take us up. It'll go underneath, guess where? It'll go under the Natchez Trace. So I'll get on the Natchez Trace and take it over to Tupelo, and we'll run up into Harbor Freight. Slow it down, man. run up into Harbor Freight and get the wrench that I'm needing. And some of you may say, well, I wouldn't buy my tools at Harbor Freight. Well, I'll tell you why. I'm getting what I need at Harbor Freight later, and probably how come I need it. So we'll get to that, but just enjoying a little cruise out. Guys, I had mentioned, I don't know if it made it through the editing into any of the videos or not, but I had mentioned at one point, and I'll ask you guys, I've already, I just put some new shocks on the back. I did something else that we'll talk about later, but eventually what I'm thinking about doing, this is my question to you guys. You can let me know in the comments if any of you have done this or went this route and kind of what your thoughts are on it. But I would kind of like to do a stage 1 and 2 upgrade on the bike. And what I'm thinking about that is, when I bought the bike, it had Vance and Hines exhaust on it, which I'm assuming are just slip-ons. And that being the case, if I did a stage 1 upgrade, tell me if I'm wrong in this thinking, but if I've already got those slip-ons on the back, all I would really need to do is change out my breather and do a tune on the bike, which in my thinking should make a stage 1 a little bit cheaper to complete than having to, having to do exhaust too. And I haven't looked into this, very much. So, like I said, let me know if that is incorrect or whatever. But I'd also like to. I would also like to go ahead and maybe do a cam upgrade and go with a torque cam to give myself a little bit more pull when I need it, if we're out on the highway and needing to pass somebody, or starting off from a red light or merging into traffic, whatever. And let me know if you guys have done a stage 1 or a stage 2, what you think about it, how your bike performed afterwards. Is it worth spending the money on, or is it very little results for the price that you have to pay? Kind of let me know that. I think we're going to wait on this car. Kind of let me know that, what you guys think about it. And another thing is that in doing that, I do have an extended warranty on the bike, because it did come from Southern Thunder. So with that being the case, I'm thinking I would probably just need to stick with a dealership upgrade and go with, Screaming Eagle parts or whatever the dealerships offer, versus going through a private bike shop somewhere and having them do the upgrades that I'm thinking about. I know that going through a different shop, using different type of cams, whatever, that I would get better performance out of the bike. But I also don't want to get into a situation where it affects my extended warranty. So anyway, you guys comment down below, let me know your 2 cents on it. Kind of let me know if y'all have done that and what your experiences are on it. Back on the trace. Every time we head to Tupelo, we have to come across this bottom. That's Black Belt Overlook right there that I'd stopped at before, but it's a pretty bottom right here. Yeah, that's what we call in Mississippi. This is a bottom. Most of these fields will eventually be planted in either cotton or beans. I think they planted corn one year or a couple of years, but it's a pretty spot. And just like that, we're at Harbor Freight. Lock my saddlebags up before we go up in here. You never know, man. Never know about folks. That's what I was talking about, guys. Carrying 2 keys. Got a separate key for the Amazon Chop Tour Pack. No big deal. Alright, guys. Pick up when we're up in the freight. 5/8. Guys, got what I needed up in there. Want to check out, got some free microfiber cleaning cloth. Harbor Freight getting free stuff. Alright guys, we stopped here in this parking lot. I'll show you why I needed the wrenches. For one thing, I needed the wrenches for something that I got. You've probably already seen it, but we're going to go over it real quick. But this pack of wrenches right here, SAE ratchet combo wrench set, I needed a 5/8. Went to AutoZone the other day to pick something up, and I thought, well, I'll just get one while I'm in here. Same set, I paid 28 bucks for these at AutoZone, $69 and some change. So I said, nope, not doing that. I'll wait till I get by Harbor Freight to pick those up. So I borrowed one from the maintenance guy at work to use, but I did a video on my CC Rider seat a while back. Still pleased with the seat. I like it. It rode great, but I knew that I could get a seat that was a little more plush. I wanted to kind of upgrade in that area. I was looking at several things between the say the Mustang Super Touring Deluxe, which I'd sit on one of those. I'd sat on one that was supposed to be extended reach. Still felt like it was kind of close. So I was kind of looking at the maybe a Bad Boy Cycles seat. I saw some reviews on those. A comment in a video a guy did on them. Somebody said they got one soaked up water like a sponge. So he said, unless you want to have a wet butt for like 3 days, don't get this. I don't know if everybody has that issue. They're great looking seats, but seat I ended up going with is the Adam Sandoval ASR seat from Ciro, and I kind of went with this one for the fact, one of the things was it comes in 3 different pieces. I bought the solo seat. If you want to add the passenger pillion, you can buy it separately, and it also comes with a backrest. So I thought I could buy the solo seat, and you know, in the future, if I didn't like the looks of it, I could get the passenger pillion later or the backrest later. So not spending all the money at one time, since it comes in separate pieces. I did order from J&P Cycles. I got a fender bib, because you can see my back fender is kind of scratched up. It was like that when I bought it, but from prior seats on it, it's kind of, I'm gonna wax some of this and try to buff some of that out. But I bought a back fender bib that's gonna cover my wire leading to my Custom Dynamics high mount brake light here. So I'm gonna cover that up. It'll bolt in right here and kind of clean that up, make it look a little bit neater. But the reason I needed that, I don't know if you guys have seen videos on these or not, but they bolt in up under here. Those things are a pain in the butt to get to. And if you've got the you know, the ratchet wrench like I just bought, they're a lot easier to get bolted down. And I don't know when my fender bib's gonna get here, but I gotta take the wrench back Monday to work, so I wanted to get my own. That way when it comes in, I can take this loose, put the bib on, put the seat back on, be good to go. But this thing, guys, if you want to see the kind of the profile of it, it does sit me back further. I can tell I'm sitting back further, a little bit lower than my other seat. It's not as wide, but this thing rides great. Between the seat and the Legend shocks I just put on, this thing is riding like a dream, man. But it's got the little ASR medallion there in the front. Man, Postal Service is coming up in here on 2 wheels. That's unusual. Anyway, but it's got a gel insert in it. It's supposed to reduce vibration of the bike by like 50%. And this thing is super well made, man. Stitching looks good, feels great, real good quality. Of course, I don't know if you guys have probably seen some videos on these. Wind up all the way. It is cut a lot thinner right here in the front. Give you more reach down to the ground. With some seats, you know, that's wider right there. When you put your feet down, you can't get flat-footed. You can feel this when you're riding. Keeps you in place really good, kind of locks you into the bike. It is perforated, but this thing, it is really comfortable. Of course, this thing was designed by Adam Sandoval, and you know, he's got so many miles on the road. He's the one, you know, he was talking about, he wanted it thinner, so if you're like on gravel or something like that and really need to be flat-footed, gives you more reach to the ground. Like I said, next thing I'll buy for it is probably going to be a backrest to go on it for longer trips, longer days in the saddle. And if I decide I don't like the look of the, you know, the fender bib on there, I may end up getting the passenger pillion, although I don't need it, because like I said before, I never ride 2 up. So as long as I got something on there to protect the fender and kind of hide that wire, I think I'll be okay. But I think it looks really good, I think. I can tell it takes out some of the vibration that you feel from the bike. And of course, I've only got I don't know, maybe 30 miles on it so far, so it's going to break in, conform to me even more. It should just get better with time. But yeah, decided to upgrade on the seat. Even though I was happy with the one I had, you know, I knew there was something better out there that would be a little more comfortable. So just one of those things, man. Decided to go with that. I still got my CC Rider seat stuck back. If I want to ever decide this one's not coming out to what I want it to be, I'll put that one back on. I'm really interested to see as to get in some longer rides, like some day rides when we're out all day riding. See if this seat maybe develops any hot spots on it. I don't think it will, but you never know. So if that happens and I decide for some reason that I'm not happy with it, I'll probably just try to sell it and get something else. But that's it, man. Thing looks really good, I think, and like I said, sits great. So we're gonna get back on the road, guys. We'll head back to the house and get ready to come back to town with my wife and daughter. But I like it. But I had to have that wrench, so that's the deal, man. I'll let you guys know when I get some more miles on it, kind of how it's doing. But right now I'm really pleased with it. Really pleased with it. You can see some of the frame and stuff since it's so thin on the sides. You can see more of this stuff. And I did have, I guess, from prior seats that were on it, you kind of see on the tank where it's dulled some. Like I said, I'm gonna get some wax and stuff. I gotta wax a bike before summer anyway, and I'm gonna try to hopefully be able to buff some of that out. I don't know if I can't. It's no big deal to me, really. But that's it, guys. First impressions on it. It is well worth the money. Like I said, if you want to, you can buy this in sections instead of like the Mustang Super Touring Deluxe. You know, it's a one-piece, two-up. So, you know, if you buy one of them, I mean, you're looking at like, if I would have got one of those, I would have wanted to go with like gray stitchings. That would have been like $890 for a seat. So anyway, I got some dirt stuff right in there that'll come off. But anyway, really pleased with it, guys. I'll let you know how it does, give you some updates on it, but I'm liking it.